All right, so here we go. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sensing a Young Lean comeback, and who knows, in the current time right now, time of events, we could get a Joey collab. Who knows? You know, the two icons coming together to bring us some crazy shit. So anyway, I don't know. I feel like this could work for both artists, but let me know what you reckon in the comments, whether it's whether it hits or not. Anyway, let's get into the beat. It's a pretty simple one, so it's based off just this section here. Kept it like nice and stripped back. It's just got like a little bit of like call and response going on. So but the notes in amongst it are very simple. So this one I went ham on the Shinju Serum Bank. So we got the synth Priest. This is a very Young Lean vibe. This is our chord progression. It's got some top notes in it, but our chords. So once again, if we're making some like Shed Theory, Joey stuff, this is how I make it. Hyperpop started this kind of trend of this sound. So the chord progression goes 1, 6, and then 3, but the 3 is like drop down an octave. So you've probably seen me do this breakdown. I use the same chord progression a lot, but I just find different ways to flip it. There's like a million ways you can write a melody, and then you've got sound design on top of that, which will change the sound once again. So it's just about your output, really. Creating just as much material as you can, and then just picking from the best stuff, because it's not going to sound the same. More than one way to go about things. So yeah. Then I just did some top notes. This is what it sounds like. So if we remove these notes, these root notes, these are the root notes as well. So it's just doubled up. So if we delete those, this is how simple our melody is on top of it. So I put the root notes back in. Let's have a look at it. I use the 7th on top. I like to do that a lot. Then I went to the 5th. So I'm playing with the 7th and the 5th. And then we played with the 3rd as well. And then I go back down to the 7th. So that's what that looks like. It's just a descending melody. And then this one's pretty much the same. I just added a little note in there. That note is the 6th. So yeah, really simple melody. Sometimes this stuff can look a little bit intimidating, but I assure you, just start off with your root notes and play with simple melodies, and before you know it, you'll be wanting to like add notes on top of it, and give it your extra little taste, you know. And your taste is what will differentiate you from different producers and different artists. So yeah, don't let anyone tell you like how to do things, because it's important that you like embrace what you like, because that's going to separate you. So essentially I got that synth, and then I've just taken the exact same MIDI and I just duplicated it, and we put a pad under it. So this is a pad in Hive. It's called Sleeping Blue, just literally a preset. I liked the sound of it. Hive's pretty good, I find. I generally use Hive for like layering sounds. If I'm creating like a Shed Theory beat or Drain Gang beat, like I don't know, just whatever type beat, I tend to start off with a sound that is, you know, exactly created for that genre. And then I'll tend to layer it with something that can differentiate it and kind of like give it my own taste. So yeah, that's kind of how I work. This is what that sounds like anyway. So yeah, just a nice like soft pad in the background. And then we get down to our call and response. The first synth is called Cripple. Then this next one is called Bell. This is one that I actually created myself. Third one that we layered it with is actually an E piano in Xenology. It's called Dino EP. And then I just put this basic ping pong delay preset on it. So this is what it sounds like with that call and response in. And I'll bring up the MIDI as well so you can have a look at it. There's a lot of space in here as well. Like I left this open. You can do that if you want. You know, your melody doesn't have to be like full. You can just leave spaces like that, which is pretty cool. What I like to do personally with call and response, because there's so many elements going on, I like to keep those little melodic phrases just really simple. I find that really works. So we'll start off with the 808. So I've just got two 808s layered. and they've got this kind of call and response going on as well. So I'll just change the color of this one so you can see. So the first one is a Dro 808, which is like Mexico Dro. I don't know how to say his name, but legendary producer. Got that kind of like plug 808 sound. And then it's layered with this one. It's a sub. It's kind of like a plucky 808. It's called Sub Arc'teryx 808. So all of these are just percussive elements that I've taken from the Starboy Rob drum kit, and also some of them are from Martin Laib, I think that's how you say his name. Really great ambient producer. So it's just kind of like a mixture of percussive elements from those two kits. I've just got those elements running into this frequency echo. So it just adds like a kind of like a watery texture. Then I'm running into a phaser just to give it a bit of movement. And then I've just got this glue compressor, just kind of like bringing all the levels a little bit more relatively together. Because when I ran it through this kind of like processing, it was kind of just like making the peaks just go all over the place, and it would just be like clipping at random. So yeah, the glue compressor just kind of like tames the peaks. And that is pretty much the beat.